గత 15 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఎన్నో వేల మందిని ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులుగా తీర్చిదిద్దిన సంస్థ హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ప్రారంభించిన సందర్భంగా ఏపీ, తెలంగాణ గ్రూప్ 2, ఎస్ఐ, కానిస్టేబుల్, ఆర్ఆర్బి, ఎస్ఎస్సి బ్యాంక్ ఉద్యోగాలకు ఇంగ్లీష్ మరియు తెలుగు మీడియంలలో 2,999 రూపాయలకే మరియు ప్రతి సబ్జెక్ట్ను కేవలం 499 రూపాయలకే అందిస్తోంది. పాత ఆర్ఎస్ అగర్వాల్, కొత్త ఆర్ఎస్ అగర్వాల్ రెండూ కలిపి 999 రూపాయలకే. ఆర్ఆర్బి 50 ఇంగ్లీష్ మరియు తెలుగు ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ కేవలం 99 రూపాయలకే. వివరాలకు హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ మొబైల్ యాప్ ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి లేదా 9032200190 లేదా 9676525789 ని సంప్రదించవచ్చు. హర్షిత్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్, చుట్టుగుంట, ఏలూరు రోడ్, విజయవాడ.
Now discussing physics. Physics is in competitive examination. Physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, this is very important topics. Now we're discussing one of subject physics. In physics, they contain so many phenomena in daily life. We can see in our examination they ask us so many type of numericals based upon physics. Some type of physical nature, some type of physical properties, some type of different models of daily life. We can applications we can see in daily life. So these are the different type of pattern we can observe daily life. So in our examination they ask as some type of physical phenomena, or physical nature, or physical states, or physical models of daily life we can see in different changes we can see in physical state based upon physical state. Now discussing one of topic in physics is one of topic very easy chapter, very important chapter will be heat. Heat is one of very easy chapter, very interesting chapter. Heat. So heat is heat is a common chapter. They will in this chapter we can discuss in school level, 10th class also. 10th class, intermediate level we can discuss we can be learn in about the heat. What is the heat? What is the properties of heat? What is the source of heat? What is the coming from heat? What is the different applications we can use daily life? So in this chapter we will learn in 10th class also. In the intermediate level also the chapter name will be thermodynamics. Now today we're discussing in competitive level. In exam point of view, they ask as a different type of bits they regard as a heat. So first of all we're discussing what is heat. You discuss first of all what is a heat. Okay. So simply we call as a heat is it is a one of source of energy. Source of energy. It is a one of source of energy. It is one of source of energy. So it is a heat is one of source of energy. So the energy has so many models, so many type of energy we can discuss in daily life. We can see in daily life so many source of energy we can see. But here heat is a one of energy, light is a one of energy, sound is a one of energy. Okay, chemical reaction will produce some energy. So here we can observe, we can see in daily life so many source of energies are available. But here heat is a one of source of energy. They coming from heat is coming from, simple we understand, heat is coming from sun. It's simply called in the form of solar energy, simply called as solar radiation. Now in the same way actually we can observe in anything we can applying if any material they can applying some mechanical energy, mechanical work, then to produce some heat. The same way here the heat is coming from, generally they are coming from solar radiation. Naturally they are coming from solar radiation or solar energy. But here in artificial we can be heat is coming from combustion reaction. Simply called as a combustion reaction. If any combustion reaction, this is a chemical reaction. So it is chemical reaction, it will be done, it will produce a large amount of heat. Simple called as a combustion reaction. Combustion reaction means if any chemical reaction which can be takes place to release a large amount of heat. So this reaction is called as a combustion reaction. For example, you can see carbon is react with oxygen, they produce carbon dioxide plus heat. In the same way here, hydrogen is react with water molecule, they form hydrogen water molecule and also heat. Third one here, sulfur is reacts with oxygen, they form sulfur dioxide and heat. So here heat is released on this reaction, this reaction called as a combustion reaction. So here carbon is react with oxygen, therefore carbon dioxide and also heat will be released. Okay, same way here hydrogen is react with oxygen, they form water molecule, they release a large amount of heat. Sulfur is react with oxygen, the sulfur dioxide which produce the heat. So the three compounds like as here carbon and hydrogen and sulfur, these three are combined with oxygen which produce the heat. So this reaction, these elements called as a combustible reaction, combustible elements, CHS. These elements called as a combustible. These elements called as a combustible. Carbon, hydrogen and sulfur is called as a combustible elements which can produce a large amount of heat and they will react with oxygen also. So these elements called as a combustible elements. Okay, which can produce a large amount of heat, but the three elements is not contain same amount of heat. If case we can observe, the heat, there will be measure in heat is a measure in the form of measure in the source of energy. It will measure in a CGS system calorie, MKS system okay, joules. Okay, heat is measured in a energy. Heat is one of energy. It will measure in CGS system calorie, MK system joules. CGS means centimeter gram second. MKS means meter kilogram second. Okay, next okay. FPS means foot pound second. They are the different type of units they measure in if any physical phenomena. CGS, this is a CGS, this is a MKS, this is a FPS. They are the different type of units they can measure. This is called basic fundamental units. They can measure in, this can be represented as a CGS system or MKS system or FAS system. So these MKS system are simply called as a SI system. This is called as a international standard system, SI system. This is a MKS system. Now heat is measured in the form of maybe joules or calorie. Joules is a MKS system, calorie is a CGS system. Now here the heat they will measure in calorie or joules. Now the calorific value of these elements is not same. These three elements are combustible elements, but the three elements is not produce the same amount of heat. The calorific value is more in hydrogen. Okay, in less in sulfur. Is medium in carbon. So the calorific value of carbon here we discussed. We can remember them. It's very important. The calorific value of carbon will be approximately 8080 calories per gram. Approximately 8080 calories per gram. The calorific value of hydrogen will be here 34,500 calories per gram. The calorific value of sulfur will be approximately 2240 calories per gram. So this is a calorific value of elements of carbon, hydrogen and sulfur respectively. The calorific value of carbon is approximately 8080. The calorific value of hydrogen will be 34,500. The calorific value of sulfur is 2240, 2240. Okay, so this is the value. So the calorific value of very high in hydrogen and then carbon and then sulfur. So this is the order. We can observe the values for the calorific value of sulfur is is 4 times less that of carbon. Okay, now the calorific value of carbon is 4 times less that of the hydrogen. So hydrogen is for most powerful element which can use as so many applications like as a fuel, hydrogen fuel. Hydrogen fuel is it contains high calorific value, it contains high combustible rate. So it is used as a rocket fuel. So hydrogen is oxygen combination H2 plus O2 half O2. This combination is used as simply called as a rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. So he is a rocket fuel because it contains high calorific value than carbon. So carbon calorific value approximately only for 8,000, approximately 8,000. But the hydrogen calorific value approximately here 35,000, 34,500 also. So this is more than 4 times than the carbon. So hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel, but carbon is used as a normal fuel, petrol, diesel also. But hydrogen contains high calorific value, so hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel because it contains high calorific value. Now in this chapter we can discuss the heat is one source of energy. It will be measured in CGS system, calories, MGS system will be here joule. Now we discuss one of chemical reaction. The heat is coming from combustion reaction. Heat is coming from combustion reaction. Okay, generally we can observe carbon is react with oxygen, carbon dioxide, and also heat is released. The heat will be approximately 8,000 8 calories per gram. Means here 1 gram of carbon we can burn in the presence of oxygen. We produce the 8,000 80 calories will be released. This is called as a calorific value. Calorific value. The same way the hydrogen calorific value will be here 34,500 calories per gram. Means here 1 gram of hydrogen can be burned in the presence of oxygen. We can produce 34,500 calories. Okay, the same way the sulfur is react with oxygen, therefore sulfur dioxide, which can be produce heat. The capacity will be, the calorific value will be here 2240 calories per gram. Means here 1 gram of sulfur is burned. 1 gram of sulfur is burned in the presence of oxygen, which produce the approximately 2240 calories. So this is called as a calorific value. The same way in our periodic table, if any material they can be combustible, which contain must and should these elements also. It may be carbon, or it may be hydrogen, or it may be sulfur. We can observe fuels are generally contain maximum amount of carbon, hydrogen, and minimum amount of sulfur also. Like a petrol, diesel, or any fuel we can observe daily life. We can use in the fuels so many models. Some are solid fuels, some are liquid fuels, some are gaseous fuels also. Solid fuels examples are solid fuels examples are coal, coke, wood, anthracite, lignite, bituminous. These are all called solid fuels. Liquid fuels are used in daily life because petroleum products, petrol, diesel, kerosene, these are also. Solid gaseous fuels we can use as a CNG or LPG, hydrogen gas, these are gaseous fuels. So anyhow, if any fuel they contain compulsory carbon, hydrogen, and sulfur also. Some elements they contain only carbon, like the graphite. Graphite is a purely carbon. But some elements they contain combination of C and H also. Like a diamond is a purely carbon. Diamond is a purely carbon. In the same way here, but diamond is not combustible. But they contain different applications. They can depend upon nature of the component also. The same way here, if any compound they contain carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, which contain combustible nature. Like a plastic we use daily life. Polymers we can use daily life. They can prepare. We can be used in different application. So these all polymers are generally combustible because we contain carbon in nature also. They contain carbon in nature also. Same way, this is just only for introduction of heat. Heat is one of source of energy. It is coming from combustion reaction chemically. But naturally we can applying from sun, solar radiation. Now heat is using measuring in case of CGS system, calories, MGS system in joules. Now heat is measured by this is important topic. Now heat is measured by next one we can discuss. Heat is measured by calorimeter. Calorimeter. Is one of experiment, equipment they can measure in heat. Calorimeter. Heat is measured in calorimeter, which contains so many models, so many scientists. They can introduce different type of calorimeters. They are bomb calorimeter, jungle calorimeter. Like as a different models, bomb calorimeter, jungle calorimeter, and JOX calorimeter. They can different models also. But most of used in daily life as a bomb calorimeter. They can measuring of the fuel's calorific value. It will be measured in calorific value of the fuel, unknown fuel, maybe liquid fuels, gaseous fuels, and also solid fuels. So bomb calorimeter is one of calorimeter which can measure in liquids and solids calorific value they can measure easily. So heat is measured by calorimeter, and the measured in the units will be here calories or joules also. So the one of relation between 1 calorie value will be here 1 calorie equal to 4.184 joules. So this is a one of measurement units they easily understand. 1 calorie will be 4.184 joules. Okay. Same way. Okay. This 1 calorie will be the conversion of calorie to joule will be here. This value. This remember them is very important. 1 calorie equal to 4.184 joules. Now, first of all, how to define calorie? First of all, you know what is calorie. Calorie is one of measurement unit of heat. Okay, what is the quantity of calorie? How they can be defined? Simple, we can understand. Okay, calorie. Calorie is defined as, now here discuss, the amount of heat is released on complete combustion of 1 unit of mass. This is very important. Remember them. 1 unit of mass. So here, once again, calorie is defined as the amount of heat is released on complete combustion of 1 unit of mass. For example, you take, this is 1 unit of mass, we take this 1 unit, like as in maybe or 1 calorie, like as a, we take as a 1 gram or 1 kg anyhow, we can take as a maybe CGS or MK system anyhow. We take 1 unit of, this is 1 unit of mass. They will react with oxygen. So this is 1 unit of mass. This is 1 unit. They will react with oxygen, which produce some energy, heat. Means simple, they react oxygen to produce some energy, heat. So this heat is called as a calorie. Simply called as a, so the amount of heat is released on complete combustion of 1 unit of mass is called 1 calorie. Very easy, very interesting, very simple. The amount of heat is released on complete combustion of, here condition will be here, complete combustion. Complete combustion of 1 unit of mass is called as a 1 calorie. This is very simple definition, very easy, very interesting. So the fuels, any fuel, they may be a liquid fuel, a gaseous fuel, a solid fuel, any fuel, they contain some calorific value. But all calorific value, all states not contain same calorific value. Some are very high rate, they can easily combustible. Like gaseous fuels are high combustible rate. They can easily combustion takes place. But liquid fuels, they can combustible, but they slow process. The same way, the solid contain very very low combustion rate, because solids can be combustion takes place, but they take long time also. Here the ignition temperature of gases is very less, so they can easily catch fire. Liquids contain they contain more compared to the gases also. Solids they contain very high temperature, ignition temperature, so they will contain maximum amount of heat, then will be start burn also. The same way here, calorie is defined as the amount of heat is released on complete combustion of 1 unit of mass is called calorie. So this is a simple definition of calorie. So the fuels, they can be measured in the form of calorimeter. Fuels, the capacity will be measured in the calorimeter. They contain different matter also, bomb calorimeter, jungle calorimeter, they contain different calorimeter we can use in daily life. Now we're discussing now we can discuss in heat transfer methods. Heat contains so many properties. Heat has so many properties. We'll discuss in one by one. Properties of heat. Properties of heat. This is important. Remember them. Properties of heat. Heat is this property will be heat is travel always always from hot body to cold body. This is one of property, simple property. Once again, heat is travel always from always from hot body to cold body. So this is one of simple property. Okay, heat is traveling from hot body to cold body. Okay, if for example, this they can understand. For example, take a cup of coffee. We can take this one a cup. This is they can take as a hot coffee. This is a hot coffee. Hot coffee. The temperature will be here T1 equal to 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, after some time, the final temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius. Initially, the cup of coffee contains 45 degrees Celsius initially, but after some time we observe the heat is transferred from this cup to atmosphere transfer. They will attain the room temperature. They call it as 25 degrees Celsius because the heat is transferred. Why heat is transferred? So in compared to this cup, the kind of hot body compared to atmosphere, atmosphere contain low temperature than this hot body. So the heat is transferred from hot body to cold body also. So this is one of property of heat. This is one of property of heat. So simple property. Now okay, these transfer methods are okay 3 types. So this is the property. Heat is transferred from always hot body to cold body. So this is one of property, simple property. In this property based upon, we can discuss the heat transfer methods. Heat transfer methods. They will be here 3 types. First one is a conduction. Second one is a convection. Third one is a radiation. First one is a conduction, second one is a convection, third one is a radiation. Conduction, convection, radiation. So these are the 3 methods of the heat transfer from one place to another place also. Because heat transfer methods, they are 3 types: conduction, convection, and radiation. Now in this case, conduction. In this case, take as a one of material, like as a solid state. Solid state. The heat is transferred. The heat is transferred from this solid state to this also. This heat is transferred from this. They contain some molecules which are present in solid state. These molecules are they contain in solid state. The molecules are arranged in a fixed position. Okay, heat is transferred in the solid state without disturbance of molecules. Once again, heat is transferred in this medium without disturbance of molecules. In this medium, the molecules is no disturb in any position. They will easily transfer of heat from one place to another place. In this medium, the solid state, example solid state. Heat is transferred in the medium without disturbance of molecules. It's known as a conduction. These examples are solid state. These best examples are all metals. All metals. Except here mercury, because mercury is a liquid state. They will be change its position also. Then it will be transferred also. Now here. Conduction means heat is transferred in the medium without disturbance of molecules. In this medium, medium, molecules has no disturbance in its position. Simply called this process as a conduction. So here, without disturbance the molecule. So this is known as a conduction. Examples are solids. Best example will be here all metals except mercury. So this is a model number 1. Model number 2, here in this pattern, heat is transferred this like as a liquids. Okay, in this medium, heat is transferred, the molecule will be disturbance. Okay, in this medium, the heat is transferred without disturbance of molecule. It's called, in this medium, called as a conduction. Examples of metals, examples solid state example also. But in this case, the heat is transferred in medium with the disturbance of molecules. With the disturbance of molecule. With the disturbance of molecules. So the molecule will be disturbed and then heat will be transferred. So this is known as a convention. Third one is these examples are all liquids. Liquids are gases. These examples are liquids or gases. Convention example, liquids or gases. Once again, in this medium, heat is transferred with the disturbance of molecules. Means the molecules, the position will be changed when heat is transferred through it. In this medium, the molecule position will be changed when heat is transferred through it. It's called as a convention. In this method, it's known as a convention. Examples are all liquids and gases. Model number 3 is a radiation. So in this medium, heat is transferred without medium. Simple. It's called radiation. Simple. In this case, the heat is transferred without medium. Okay. Without medium, heat is transferred without medium. Okay. In this case, okay, it is not required to heat is transferred if any medium. We cannot require. They will also travel in a without medium. This is called as a radiation. It's simply called as a heat radiation. Sun solar radiation. Basically, this example are called as a solar radiation. Simple example. It's called solar radiation. This is very easy. Once again, conduction means heat is transferred without disturbance of molecule in a medium. It's called as a conduction. Examples are solids. Examples are all metals except mercury. But mercury heat is transferred, but the molecules of mercury this will disturb also. This is called as a conduction. Second one is a convention. Is a heat is transferred in medium with the disturbance of molecules. In liquids and gases, heat is transferred. The position of molecule which are present in them, they will be changed. Okay, then heat is transferred also. This model is called as a convention. Third example is a heat is transferred without medium. Means here we cannot require any medium to propagation of heat. This type of medium is this type of heat transfer method is called as a radiation. Now here heat is not required to propagation of any medium. Without medium they will also travel. This is called as a radiation. Best example are solar radiation. You can see in daily life. Okay. Now we can see daily, for example, you can see or take a one of bowl. They contain some type of liquid which are present in them. Okay, liquid. Okay, we put one of metallic rod in them. Now applying in heat. Okay, this metallic rod also catch the heat. So this also catch. In this container they contain some liquid, so they will also catch the heat. They can accept the heat. Okay, now this liquid they accept the heat is called as a convention. But this metallic container they can accept the heat. This is called as a radiation. Conduction. Because in this metallic container, solid state, it is no any vibration or any molecule change. Any change of molecule, but heat will be transferred in solid state. It's called as a conduction. But in liquids, there will be heat catch heat, but there will be the change its position also. This is called convention. This is a convention. So the liquid contain here convention, but solid contain here conduction. Simple we can understand. Now heat is transferred from one body to another body is a hot body to cold body. This is another property of heat. So this is a heat transfer method. In your examination, ask us a different type of bits they regard as a heat transfer from hot body to cold body. When they take as if any material they take, they will transfer from hot body to cold body, and the molecule, the position will be changed. Is called convention. The molecule position is not changed. They will maintain the same state. They call as a conduction also. Generally, all metals are good conductors. We can observe heat and electricity also. Generally, all metals are heat and good conductors of heat and electricity also. Okay. But here all non-metals are generally insulators. So this is a general and physical property. Understand? Okay, all metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, but all non-metals are generally insulators. But except carbon, one of allotrope of carbon is a graphite. Graphite is a conductor. Graphite is a conductor. Graphite is a conductor, but graphite is a non-metal. But here generally the trend will be all metals will be conductors of heat and electricity also. But generally the all non-metals are insulators except graphite. Graphite is a carbon, but it has a conductor also. In the same way, now in the examination they ask as a different type of bits. They regard as a different matter also. Like as a one of bit they ask as a here the number of free electrons. They can ask as a free electrons present in diamond. But diamond is a well-known example. Diamond is the best insulator. They cannot pass off heat and electricity also. So diamond contain the free electrons will be 0. So it is no free electrons. So they can act as an insulator. This different type of bits they ask as your examination. So this is a topic number 2. Now, okay, model number. Okay, next model in this chapter we discuss in types of heats. Types of heats. Heats contain so many models. So types of heats we can use daily life. Like as a specific heat. Now discussing specific heat. It's a very important topic, very interesting topic. Specific heat. Specific heat. The symbol will be S. This very interesting topic, very easy topic. We can discuss in this chapter we discuss in 10th class. Also in case of state board examination also they can be already learn specific heat. But some materials they can accept heat very high range, but some materials they cannot accept heat very high range. But some are easily catch fire, some materials are not easily catch fire. Now here, but we can be observed generally conductors, metals are highly conductors. Metals are highly conductors. They can easily catch fire. They can easily accept the heat and electricity also. But here, remaining metals, remaining materials we can observe, like as a coal, like as a water, like as a oil, like as a different stones, like as a polymers. We can see different non-metals we can observe. Metals are highly conductors, no doubt. Metals are highly conductors. But non-metals are, some materials will be catch fire, but they can be catch heat very high range, but some are very very low range also. But some maybe it cannot be accept heat also. The same way here, the specific heat is defined as some materials. For example, we can observe here in our 10th class level gives some activity we can observe. One of activity we can done in daily life we can observe easily. Take a small amount of this is a water, a same amount of here, same amount of beaker. This contain this is the oil, this is a water H2O. We can be applied temperature in initial temperature T1 equal to 25 degrees Celsius. Same, T1 equal to 25 degrees Celsius. Now in applying in heat, in same time, in time T equal to 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Then to apply the temperature, final temperature T2, this temperature T2. Now here observe. Here same amount of this is oil, this is oil, this is water. Same amount of quantity will take. The same temperature of initial will be same temperature 25 degrees Celsius. But after applying in heat in times 5 minutes. After 5 minutes we can heat. Then we observe the temperature of the both oil and water is not same. But here oil they can catch fire easily. Means oil they can be heat can be catch easily. Now now this oil temperature, oil T2 is more than water temperature. Because here oil is they can catch easily heat, but water is not easily heat catch. But the same way here, some type of materials we can observe. Some are very easily catch fire, some are not easily catch fire. Some are easily rise temperature, some are no easily rise temperature. In this concept, based upon this one of the physical nature of the heat. So this type of heat is called as specific heat. Means here the specific heat. Now it symbol S is defined as the amount of heat is required to change in temperature, 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass. So this is the definition of specific heat. Once again, the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass. It's known as a specific heat. But here we can observe. Simple we can understand is, so this is we take as a one type of material like this contain 1 unit mass. 1 unit mass. The T1 will be here 25 degrees Celsius room temperature. We will change the temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Means we change temperature of 1 degree Celsius. So to applying some heat. Supplying heat. So the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass. So this heat is known as a specific heat. Once again, the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass is known as a specific heat. Here we can observe the water and oil. Observe whether same quantity we can take, but applying in heat, but water is not easily rise temperature. But oil is catch easily fire. There is oil, the temperature will be rise easily. So oil is temperature is more than the water temperature. Because both are liquid state, both are liquids, oil and water both are liquid, but both are not easily gain heat also. Oil is easily catch fire, so they can easily easily temperature will be rise. But water is not easily catch fire. Means water is not easily heat because both are liquid state, but the property will be different also. So here water contain high specific heat than oil. The specific heat of water is more than the oil. So the water contain high specific heat, so they can contain more amount of energy we required to change in temperature. But oil contain low specific heat, means it can easily we can require the minimum amount of heat we require to change in temperature of. So this concept is known as a specific heat. Once again, they will easily understand the specific heat is defined as the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass. Means specific heat is more, means this component they contain we require the more energy we required. Specific answer is low, means it required less amount of energy we required. So here observe water and oil. Water contain more specific heat. It means water contain applying more and more temperature, then it will be changed also. Now specific heat is defined as one more. The amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass is called specific heat. Means if any compound they contain high specific heat, means here we can observe the water and oil. Water contain high specific heat, means water we require the more and more energy, more and more heat we can give, then it will be rise in temperature also. In case of oil is we contain low specific heat, that is oil contain low energy, which will be give the energy of heat. We can be change in temperature is easily. The same way here, if any material they contain low specific heat, it is temperature rise is very high. Means they can easily rise the temperature. We require very small amount of heat is required. For example, in the examination they ask as a, okay, this they contain they can so many type of bits we can get as a this examination, which one more time we discuss it. Okay, one bit we can discuss now. Which of the following contain high specific heat? Example given us here: water, oil, alcohol, and mercury. He give us here option will be given us here: water, alcohol, mercury, and oil. You are asked as a which of the following contain high specific heat? Means here high specific heat means it will require the more and more energy we will rise in temperature also. So water contain more energy we require, then it will rise in temperature also. So here alcohol is a low specific heat. Alcohol is not required any more temperature. More energy we can give the rise in temperature also. So mercury is a less specific heat, means you require very small amount of heat, it will give in the mercury, it will rise temperature very easily also. Same way oil contain low specific heat, because oil require low energy, we can give the oil, they will also temperature rise is very high also. So the maximum high specific heat in the molecules will be here water. The minimum, so this is a water contain high specific heat, mercury contain low specific heat, then oil also. Mercury because mercury is a metal, all metals are conductors of heat and electricity, so they can easily catch fire also. So they can easily rise in temperature. Because oil is non-metal, but mercury is a metal. Both are liquid state, but mercury is a metal, so they contain low specific heat also. Because generally the metals are low temperature, means low specific heat, means that is they can temperature is rise very easily because they will conductors also. But non-metals are generally insulating property, we require very large amount of heat, then it will give this material, then it rise temperature is increase also. So in your examination they give the question regarding this specific heat, high specific heat contain, we require the more amount of energy we can supply the rise in temperature also. Remaining bits we contain less amount of energy we supply, they will also give the temperature will be rise, heat will be required, heat will be give, it will be easily rise in temperature also. Now here one more relation is given as here, specific heat and temperature. In our examination we can discuss them. Now here we can discuss the symbol will be S. Now here Q is directly to delta T. This is the first relation. Second relation, Q is directly to M. Second relation. Now here Q is a heat. Delta T is a change in temperature. If any material, the change in temperature is directly proportional to the heat, means your heat is given more and more, the temperature is rise in very high rate also. So the relation between Q and delta T is called as a change in temperature. So the relation is directly proportional. When the change in temperature is more, when supplying heat is more also. Most if any system they give us more energy, will give in heat, the temperature will be changed also more also. This is the relation will be directly proportional. Q and delta T is this is directly proportional. Second one is a Q and M relation will be, M is a mass of the substance. If any substance, the mass can be depending upon the is directly proportional to the Q also. Means that is, if mass is increased, we supplying amount of heat will also be increased more and more also. Means the mass will be increased, we supplying amount of heat they also increase. Both are directly proportional also. Both are directly proportional also. Q is directly proportional to the mass of substance also. Based upon these two equations, Q is directly proportional to the M and delta T. Now here Q is equal to S into M delta T. This S is called as a constant. This symbol called as a specific heat. This is called as a constant. This is simply called as a specific heat. This one of constant. specific heat. So this is S called as specific constant. So this S is depending upon nature of material. All materials is not contain same type of specific heat. So they can depend upon nature of material. Some material they contain less specific heat. Some materials contain high specific heat also. They can depend upon nature of material, but they will be here always constant also. For example, we take as a water, we take as a H2O. We contain the value will be specific heat value 1 calorie per gram Kelvin. So now here the value of the S of 1 is a water will be here 1. Now here S now S equal to specific heat. Now we declare S equal to Q by M delta T. So this is the formula, we remember them. S equal to Q by M delta T. S is called as a specific heat. S is called specific heat. Q is called as a heat. Delta T is called as a change in temperature. Change in temperature. So this is the relation. S equal to Q by M delta T. Now the unit measurements of units also. Now we see here S equal to Q by M delta T. Now Q is called heat. Heat is measured in joule in MKS system. MKS system. Now M is mass. Mass is measured in MKS system kg. Kg. In delta T, T is a temperature. The temperature measured in MKS system Kelvin also. So it is a units of in MKS system, the specific heat units will be joule kg per Kelvin, joule kg Kelvin. So this is a in MKS system. If we ask as a CGS system, the specific heat values will be units will be in CGS system that will be calorie per mass measured in a gram into time measured in Celsius or Celsius scale also. No calorie per gram Celsius. This is the units of the specific heat in CGS system. Now here the water contains 1 calorie gram gram Celsius degree centigrade. This is a CGS system. In MKS system we call as a 1 joule per kg Kelvin. So this is the value of S. They can remember that. It's very important. The water contain high specific heat. The value will be water will be 1 joule per kg Kelvin. So this is the value of water in specific heat. Because water contain high specific heat, water is not absorb heat easily. We can supply more and more energy also. So this is called as a specific heat of specific heat. So this is a one type of heat mechanism. This is called as a specific heat. Now in your examination ask as a different type of bits they regard as a this specific heat. Now one type of bit we can ask. First question number 1. The amount of heat is required to change in temperature 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in 1 kg of water. This is your question. Here ask as a the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in 1 kg of water. Now here ask as a amount of heat is asked, means Q is asked, delta T is given. What is change temperature here? 45 minus 25, how much? 20 degrees Celsius. So this is a degree Celsius, but in case of MKS system the temperature measured in Kelvin scale also. So it will change from 20 plus 273 approximately 293 Kelvin. Now here we wanted Q. We wanted here Q. Now what is the formula of Q? This is formula of Q. Q equal to Q formula. Q equal to S into M delta T. So this is the formula of Q. Q equal to S into M delta T. What is the value of S in water? Water S value will be here this one. This always fix 1 into 1. Mass will be taken as here 1 kg. 1 into delta T. Temperature will be here 293 Kelvin. The answer will be 293. What is the units of specific heat? They will measure in MK system. So 293 joules. Kilojoules. Here they can give us mass will be kilojoules. So 293 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. So this is your answer. It's very easy. Okay, now here the question is given as here. The amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in 1 kg of water. So this is your question. In your examination, ask us this type of question also. The amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in 1 kg of water. So this is your given question. Now here ask as a heat, given as here temperature or mass will be given. Now we require here heat is we require. The change in temperature is already given, means 45 to 25. Change will be here 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, it will convert into Kelvin scale also. So 20 plus 273, the value will be 293. This is a Kelvin scale. Now he wanted here amount of heat. So formula will be Q equal to S into M delta T. So Q equal to S into M into delta T. S value will be here given as water. Water specific heat always here 1 joule per kg Kelvin. So this is your value of water. This is the MK system. Because you are given as a kg, so we will take as the MK system. Okay. Okay, MK system. MK system. Okay, now here S into M into delta T. S value will be here 1 into M is given as here 1 kg. No, it is not a kilojoules, this is joules. Okay. Okay, S into M in delta T. S value will be 1, M is also 1, delta T will be here 293 Kelvin. So 293, okay, units will be joule per kg Kelvin. Here given as kg, no? So the kg, correct. This is kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So this is your answer, Q. So 293 kilojoules per kg Kelvin they can apply. It will rise in temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius of 1 unit mass, as means 1 kg of mass. So this is your question. You can give an answer examination also. So this type of questions given as here in your examination also. Simple called as a specific heat. Once again we can discuss specific heat means the amount of heat is required to change in temperature of 1 degree Celsius through 1 unit mass. This amount of heat is called as a specific heat. But water contain high specific heat. Okay, some materials they contain specific heat will be very low, some are very high. Now they can be remember the examination they can ask is they can give the different type of bits they can use given us here. But anyhow, some materials we can be specific heat can be used. They can be used. It's very important. There can be some type of materials we can learn in specific heat. This is they can answer easily in the examination also. Joule kg Kelvin. No, this is not a kilojoule. This is only joule. This is the correct answer. 293 joule per kg Kelvin. Okay. Now we're discussing some type of materials we can give. Okay, the values of specific heat. We remember them. Now note the some materials we can give the specific heat of some materials. In CJ system also, MK system also we can be discussed now. First one is a substance. Substance in CGS system, calorie per gram degree Celsius. Second, joule per kg Kelvin. Gram degree Celsius. Okay, now first we did discussing some type of materials. We can write lead because metal PB lead, they contain 0.031. 0.031, it contain 130. Second one will be here mercury, Hg, mercury, it contain 0.033. 0.033 contain 139. Okay, some materials like brass, 0.031. 0.0 brass, sorry, 0.092. 0.092 it contains 380. Okay, like as here copper, 0.095. Copper value 0.095, the content value 339. Okay, and again aluminum 0.21. Aluminum value here 0.21, contain 882. Because ice 0.50. 0.50, contain 2100. Water, the value will be here approximately 1, here 4180. Seawater, they contain 0.95. This value will be approximately 3900. So they are the some value, we can observe them. So okay, in this material we give us some type of values of specific heat. So the water contains, this is very important, water contain 1 calorie per gram centigrade, or in case of MK system 4180. This is MK system 4180. This convert into, this is a joules, this is joules. If kilojoules, they convert 4.180, but in case of joules per kilo Kelvin, the value of the water will be here 4180. If they convert into kilojoules, they convert into 4.180. Simple, the calorie will be 1 in calorie per gram centigrade. The water contain one specific heat, 1 calorie per gram centigrade. You convert into joules, they will convert into 4.184 joules. They will equal to in kilojoules, they contain approximately 4.180. Then in joules, they convert into 4180. This is a CGS system. This is a MKS system. So this is the answer we can give them. This is specific heat. The value of can be, remember them. This value is important. So this value also important. So they contain out of these elements, the low specific heat contain lead. Lead contain very, very low specific heat. The value will be approximately 0.031. Okay. The same formula we can use. They contain the specific heat. The water contain in MK system 4180. In CGS system, so this value will be 1 in CGS system, joule kilo Kelvin, this value of this. Okay, now here a small mistake we can done. But water contain in case of CGS system 1 calorie 1. But MK system here 4180. Sorry, here they will change also. Okay, now we can change here. S equal to S will be here. In case of MKS system, your gears are already kg. So we convert it SI system. So convert into the value of S will be here 4180. 4180 into mass 1 into delta T 293. So this is the value of the units will be here joule per kg Kelvin. So this is the answer. We will change this pattern also, because in case of mass given as kg, so they will take as a kg, the value will be here 4180. The specific heat of water in case of MK system will be here 4180 into 1 into 293. So this is your answer. So this is your answer. They can change, modify. This is our answer. Okay, understand? So they can be easily understand. They can convert into in this pattern also. So here anyhow, some type of questions they can ask us in examination. One more time we can repeat them. The amount of heat required to change in temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius in 1 kg of water. Now this type of question we can done by first he ask as a Q, the amount of heat. Amount of heat is required. Q is asked, delta T is given. So this is the delta T converted into Kelvin scale. And we want the Q equal to formula S into M delta T. S value will be here 4180 of water. This 4180 per kg Kelvin. But your mass given as a kg Kelvin, so convert into 4180. 4180 into M mass will be 1 kg 1, delta T will be 290. So this is the answer, 4180 into 293 joule kg Kelvin. So this is your answer. Okay, this type of question is done by this method also. Now discussing some type of applications we can see in specific heat capacity. But specific heat capacity is very high in water molecule, so water is not easily rise in temperature. If it will give the more amount of heat we can give, and the value will be water will be here in MK system, the value will be 4180 joules per kg Kelvin. 4180 joules per kg Kelvin. So this is our answer. Means water contain high specific heat. So it is required more and more energy we can give, then it will be rise in temperature also. So in daily life we can observe. Okay, in case of example, some type of materials we can observe, like as a samosa. Simple example, samosa contain low specific. Samosa is made up of oil. So oil contain low specific heat. Okay, it will maintain the temperature is hot always. Means oil is not lost heat easily. So they can maintain the long period. It will be hotter body also. Samosa is maintain the long time. It will hot also, not cool easily. But in case of watermelon, second example, watermelon. Watermelon contain, they always maintain the cool body, because watermelon contain maximum amount of water. Water maintain the always its temperature will be here low temperature, not a high temperature. So watermelon contain always maintain the temperature low temperature, means at room temperature. They will maintain the normal temperatures, not high temperature they can maintain. But samosa is maintain the high temperature, because samosa contain oil. So oil maintain the high temperatures. The heat will be not lost easily. But the reverse property of water, like the watermelon, they contain maximum percentage of water. So this water is not maintained the high temperatures. They can maintain always low temperature. If you can observe if watermelon you can observe, the temperature will be high in summer season. But to cut the watermelon, it will feel very cool, because this watermelon contain maximum amount of water. This water is not easily catch fire, means not easily rise in temperature. They will maintain the very low temperature compared to the others also. So there are different examples we can be used in. We can see in different examples of applications of specific heat. And one more application we can remember them in case of summer season, the beach areas which are available in sea coastal areas, they will maintain the low temperature also. because in coastal area of sea, they contain the sea is available very near to us. They maintain the temperature will be low. Means low means is not high easily, because they maintain water is not easily maintain the high temperatures. They will always maintain the normal temperature also. In coastal area in summer they will very cool. But in case of dry area, in dry area they maintain high temperatures, because in dry area they maintain the stones, different type of mountains, they maintain the high temperatures, so we will feel very hot. But coastal area or sea area, beach